Hello, everyone. We're getting ready for Holy Week, a great time to consider our virtue of reverence, which is giving God his due respect and those connected to God and those in authority, having a certain reverence. When we're talking about God, we also mean wonder and awe, right? What we used to call fear of the Lord. We can still use that word, not meaning that we are afraid of God because he might harm us, but rather in a filial way, in which case we want to please God out of love for him. So we're afraid of disappointing God in a certain sense. But Holy Week, which we begin this week on Palm Sunday, the full title is Passion Palm Sunday. Used to be two separate feasts. One would have been this last week, Passion Sunday, in which we would have the solemn reading of the Passion, and these 2 weeks called Passiontide. And then Palm Sunday, as we kick off Holy Week, our Lord's triumphal entry into Jerusalem, in which he's greeted with hosannas. Now we combine those into one in the new liturgy since Vatican II. So we'll begin Mass with the reading of our Lord's triumphal entry, that gospel passage in the back of the church. That's where we begin Mass. We'll have our palms, and those will be blessed, and then we'll process in. And then for the gospel, we'll recite the Passion narrative in parts. And remember, as we enter into the mystery of our faith and our Lord's passion, death, and resurrection, we want to be more than the sort of nameless, faceless crowd that yells Hosanna in the highest and greets our Lord so beautifully, and then quickly on Good Friday are the ones who say, crucify him, crucify him. I mean, we'll feel that contradiction in the one Mass, Passion Palm Sunday of this weekend. So just that call to try to live reverence in our daily life, mindful of God's presence in everything we do, turning toward him, not only in difficult times where we need to make a decision, but just throughout our day as we go about doing whatever it is that we're doing. Stopping into church to make a visit, when we come for Mass, trying to arrive on time, trying to be dressed in a modest way and take a bit of attention with that, preparing ourselves to greet our King and saying the prayers, making sure that we're able to find the places in the missal or in the hymnal if we need to, or to help our children in that sense. And all of that helps us to worship God well, which is a great way to live out the virtue of reverence. So I invite you to enter into the mystery of Holy Week. We'll talk more about Holy Thursday, Good Friday, the Easter Vigil, and Easter Sunday, and some exciting things for our parish in terms of 2 ordinations. But we'll wait on that until our next messenger. For this week, just entering into Palm Sunday well, making sure that we are present at the Mass as we begin this holy of Holy Weeks, and taking opportunity to receive the sacrament of penance as needed. May God bless you with a joyful conclusion of our Lenten season.